Welcome back to Good Day Columbia. With the growing pace of technology, consumers are warned to be on the lookout for two particular types of schemes on the rise: check fraud and stockbroker boiler rooms. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, huh? Well, you're in luck because our technology expert, Stephen Miano, is here to talk all about and to shed some light. All right, Stephen, good morning to you, man.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, Stephen, this time we're talking about scams, stockbroker boiler rooms. Tongue twister.
Say that 3 times fast, man.
Stockbroker boiler room, stockbroker boiler room.
I can't forget it. You win, not me.
What is it about?
Okay, you've probably even seen this on TV where you have a room full of guys that are all on the phones and they're like calling people trying to get them to buy this certain stock. You've seen it like on the drama shows, stuff like that. And it's really like that. You know, these guys will get a room, they'll get together, and they'll have a list of like 200 people they need to call in a day.
Okay.
And the issue here is that they're very frequently selling a stock either for personal reasons, they're trying to ram a stock's price up and then dump it to make a lot of money or whatever. But they're tricking people out of their money. What they're doing though is with technology, they're using digital phone systems. They can change their phone numbers on the fly. So if you try and call them back to complain, that number doesn't work anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've done that.
Yep. I got a call the other day, and the caller ID said that it was like Charles Schwab or something like that. It looked like it came from a legitimate brokerage firm, but it was some guy from Jersey, super fast talker, really aggressive. Claimed that he had spoken to me prior. I kind of had fun with the guy, I was asking him how his wife and kids were. He finally gave up and hung up on me because I ran the call so long that it wasn't cost effective for him.
That's the trick right there.
Yeah,
run the call off.
Yeah, have fun with them, But there are a lot of people being scammed out of their money from this, and it's on the rise with internet phone systems becoming so commonplace and so cheap.
Right, and speaking about that, how is the internet phone making things so much harder now? Because we never heard of things like this happening like in 1990, 1999.
Well, right, because the cost of setting these boiler rooms up was a lot higher. I can, for $50, buy 10 phone lines for 3 or 4 days, and then just flood a whole bunch of people with these cheap voice over IP phones. I could even use an Android phone headset instead of. So the cost of investing in a scam like this, if you're the bad guys, it's become a lot cheaper for things like this.
What about the fraud, check writing, and the mailing scams?
We had a great experience last week. One of the guys from That Computer Store team got a check in the mail for like $3,000.
Oh, wow.
And it said, hey, you're part of a class action lawsuit settlement. Congratulations. Here's your initial payment. Deposit this check. Please wire us $2,000 to pay for the overseas taxes.
Right.
You keep $1,000, and then we can send you the rest of your money. Now, the check was drawn on some construction company from the Midwest. Probably knew nothing about it. You want to avoid that because if you cash that check and it's a bad check, the bank's just going to pluck that money right out of your account, and you're going to be left holding the bag. So, yeah, really bad stuff. But it's so easy to make a fraudulent check using just a decent printer. Checks from Staples.
You're right about that.
Yeah, you can scan somebody's signature in. So you have to be super careful because it's become a lot easier to perform these scams. One
of the final things here, Stephen, who do you contact if you run into these scams? Because especially with the emails, like the Nigerian scams, bring me money and this and that or whatever.
It depends on the kind of scam. The FBI has a website that has some like things to avoid, places to contact. The Postmaster General apparently is the place to go for a lot of these check scams because I guess since it goes through the mail. If you're curious, call the FBI because if they don't handle it, they will point you to the right direction. We call the FBI for the check writing scam, and she knew the number right off for the Postmaster General. She's like, this is who you call, this is how to handle it. They get flooded with these calls. The best thing to do though is be skeptical and just don't fall for it. But yeah, report it when you run into these scams, or have some fun with the people that are messing with you.
Words from the wise from the great tech expert Stephen Miano, the owner of That Computer Store in Irmo. If you need any type of assistance, technology-wise computer,
we'll be there.
Stop by and see him. All right, Stephen, thanks.
Thanks.